Hello, beautiful souls. It's Alicia with Appalachia Gypsy Healing Arts here on Facebook Live tonight. We are going to be talking about using emotional release journaling, the Ho'oponopono prayer, and tapping to help with healing. Okay, that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Hey everybody, thank you for joining me this evening. Again, we're going to be covering emotional release journaling using the Ho'oponopono prayer and tapping for helping support the body, mind, and soul as we are working through shadow healing and inner child work healing. And actually, you can use it for any kind of healing, you want to do. Emotional release journaling and the Ho'oponopono prayer and tapping can all be used during any kind of healing that you're wanting to bring to your body, mind, and soul. So what is emotional release journaling? So what it is when you are feeling very heavy about a situation or about a person or about something that has happened in the past, you get paper, your journal, however you want to do it, and you're going to write down, you're just going to let it start flowing. This situation makes me feel this, and so you're going to write it down. I am angry about it, and you can get as open, honest, and get all the feelings out. I even have one of my teachers even says to write with your non-dominant hand while you're doing this, because it actually makes your body connect to a different part of your brain when you're using your non-dominant hand. What's great about that is no one can understand what you're writing because you're writing with your non-dominant hand. But it doesn't matter what you write down. You can be as honest as you want to be about any situation, about any person, because you're going to burn it. That's the thing. You're taking something and you're taking something simple and turning it into a healing ceremony. You're actually inviting in different elements by doing this, right? So writing is air. Burning it would be earth, turning it back to ashes, and then of course you have fire. So after you write out all your emotions, you let it all out, and I mean you say whatever you want to say. You can cuss a person out, you can say this it makes me feel dirty, nasty, whatever it is. You want to be so honest with saying, writing this out, that it actually is creating that energy of, I want to release this so bad, I am just putting it all out there. And you can be crying while you're doing it, you can be screaming while you're doing it, whatever it is, to get those emotions out of your body is the point of this, right? So you're going to write down whatever it is you're feeling. You're going to then rip it out of your book, tear it up into little pieces, and then while you're doing that, your intention is going to be, I no longer need this, I release this. You're tearing it up, you put it into a something you can burn in. So I have a cast iron frying pan that I used to burn in. That's my burning tool. You can do it in a fire pit. You can, whatever you can do, your fireplace, wherever you can burn it, burn it. The thing that I like burning it in my cast iron frying pan is I then add another element. I take the ashes and I put them into water and I send them away, okay? So that means I putting in the toilet sometimes because I'm flushing it away from me, right? If you have running water near your house, like a creek or a river, you can go dump it in the water and allow it to wash away from you. That is the point of that. So you're taking this, something that seems simple, and turning it into a healing ceremony. That's the point of emotional journaling, right? Using the Ho'oponopono prayer. So this is I'm sorry prayer. It's simple words. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. That's it. And the thing is it's not necessarily about you asking forgiveness, okay? It can be, but it's about you sending the energy of frequency, frequency of forgiveness to the situation. So this is you can think about a situation. Yes, Deneen, a small cast iron bowl or cauldron is great to have around for things like this. Anyways, back to the prayer. You're using the energy behind the prayer to send forgiveness to the situation. And so this prayer has been used in the Hawaiian culture for years. And I think it was back in the 70s, a psychologist, a doctor of psychology, started to use it when he worked at a jail with very violent offenders. So what he would do is he would take their file, not even them in person or anything. He would take their file, lay it on his desk, and he would say, put his hands on it, and he would say the Ho'oponopono prayer over it. So, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. He was sending forgiveness to the situation. And he started to see his patients there in the jail that were violent offenders start to heal. And all he was doing is sending forgiveness to the situation, to the client, to the people they harmed, to the situation that happened, and then to the past, to the inner child of these offenders. And he started to see changes in them. There is power, not just in the prayer, there is power in the energy behind the prayer. And that's the purpose of using the prayer, okay? So we have energy or emotional release journaling that we can also use with the Ho'oponopono prayer. So that means when I am thinking about a situation that I want to heal from, something from my past, something that's happening now, a situation, a person, an emotion, whatever it may be, something I'm wanting to release and no longer carry, as I'm tearing it up, as I'm burning it, as I'm putting it in water and washing it away from me, I am holding the intention of the prayer. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sending this forgiving energy with this. I'm forgiving myself. I'm forgiving the person that harmed me. I'm forgiving this situation altogether. However it may be. And I've even used the Ho'oponopono for situations that I'm not even involved in. I want to send healing to a situation. My friends are having an argument, or there's a misunderstanding happening over here. And I'll just sit there and I'll just energetically hold space for this person, for the situation. And I'll hold my hands, and sometimes I write their names on a piece of paper in the situation. And I'll say there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of hurt. So I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to send energy of healing, of forgiveness to the situation, okay? But you can use all of this for multiple reasons, right? And I'm trying to cover them all here this evening. And if you got any questions, please type them out and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. So we're going to talk about tapping now, okay? So I am not a trained practitioner of tapping, okay? So tapping, one of my clients and a friend of mine asked if I would cover some tapping. And so I learned tapping for my son. My son has some anxiety and OCD tendencies, and so tapping is one of the ways to help him mellow out. We use breath work. We've used tapping in the past. He's getting to a better coping. He's got more tools in his toolbox now, but we did use tapping for a while. But all tapping is it's regulating your nervous system. It's calming your nervous system down, okay? And what you're going to start off with is you're going to take your dominant hand and start tapping right here in the chunky part of your hand right here below your pinky. You're just going to take your two middle fingers and just tap, or three. I use my 3 fingers right here, and I tap right here. And I might think of something I want to release while I'm doing it. And you see, I'm already starting to tear up because I was using this earlier, actually during a healing for myself. And so it just starts to regulate and help you release what needs to be released. So you're going to tap on this part of your hand. And then when you kind of feel it move, you'll feel energy move. You'll feel a shift. You're going to go to the top of your head. And you're just going to tap with the same fingers just gently on the top of your head. And you can take some deep breaths in while you're doing this. And you can just say affirmations if you're just wanting to calm down, release anxiety. I am calm. I choose peace. I no longer accept these emotions. And I went to the wrong spot. So it's this and then this. Sorry, guys. The inside of your eyebrow on your dominant side. So you're just going to tap on your inner eyebrow, and then you're going to go to the outer eye and tap. Deep breath in, releasing. I am calm and I'm at peace. And you go under the eye. Just keep tapping. And there are videos on YouTube and other places of different practitioners showing how to do this. But it does work, guys. It's such a beautiful thing to add to your healing time. Okay, so under the nose and then on the chin, just tap. And this is a great thing to teach your children or your grandchildren. It has a great effect with children. And there's even on YouTube, there's even videos of people doing this for children. So it's like a monkey tapping on its parts or something silly. And so it helps them have joy while they're doing self-healing, okay? So see, I moved to my opposite side now, and I'm tapping my collarbone, right? And then I'm going to go under my arm, right here, my arm, right under my armpit, and I'm just going to tap. So these spots all they're a point that helps calm the nervous system. So then I would go to the other hand and start the same routine. So now I'm taking my non-dominant hand and I'm tapping my dominant hand. And then I would do it again. I would do my top of my head. And then I would do my brow. And then I would do again on the side of my eye. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And you guys will feel the calmness as you're doing it. So this is something, right, after you did your emotional release journaling and you're kind of feeling more high with your emotions, this is something to do to calm and regulate your nervous system and calm down after you've done that. And it just kind of brings down the energy as you continue to release those emotions, okay? So tap your chin, and then you go opposite collarbone and tap. And again, you're just doing this till you feel that energy shift and you feel the release happen. And then you're going to go to your armpit, right under your armpit, just tap, tap, okay? So you would do that. Take a deep breath and release. Okay? So that is what we would do to do emotional journaling, right? Emotional release journaling. So I'm going to write out. So let me just give you a scenario, okay? So I'm going to write out, I'm feeling very angry today. So-and-so said this, and it made me feel angry, hurt, aggravated. I wish they would see that I'm kind, understanding, instead of projecting these emotions onto me. Or you might want to do something about healing your shadow work or your shadow self that we talked about last week, or to heal your inner child, something that happened in the past as a child. So I've done this a lot. So I would say my parents made me feel small. They told me I was too bold and I should not speak like I do. Okay, so something like that. I would write it down. I would say how it made me feel, and then I would speak a truth about myself. I am not too bold. I am full of light and love, and I choose to shine brightly as I am. Something like that. So then I would take that. I would tear it up as I say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sending love, light, and forgiveness to this situation. Okay, so I would tear it up. I would then, like we said, burn it. If you can, try to burn it, and something that you can then take those ashes and put it in water to wash it away, to flush it away. A lot of people don't have running water at their house. They don't have a creek or river nearby, so that's why I say use the toilet. And I know that sounds funny, I know that, but it works. The toilet works just as well as the river or the creek or the ocean. You know, you're putting it into water, it's washing away and flushing away from you. Is this magic? No. And I can do all this that I just said, but really what it is all about is truly feeling those emotions inside your body and then allowing them to release, giving them permission to release from your body. I can go through the ceremony, I can go through, you know, the all of the process, but if I'm truly not feeling and releasing it, there's no point to it, okay? There really isn't. But this is just more ways to intentionally release something. And the more intentional we are about it, the more spirit, our spirit team, our healing team, God creator says, okay, you really want to heal this. You really want to let this go. That's the way I look at it, okay? And there is something about writing out these emotions, and the burning part isn't just ceremonial. It is also the fact that I can write whatever the heck I want to write and nobody's going to see it, because I'm going to tear it up and I'm going to burn it, so I can be as honest as I need to be and get rid of this, okay? There's one thing that I do want to say while I'm saying this. If you can, please don't speak negatively about another person when you do this. Now, you can say, it wasn't right what you did. It wasn't right, the words you said. I don't accept those anymore. Your actions were not kind. Your actions were not appreciated. And you can set those boundaries and hold that line, but you never want to attack somebody while you're doing that, because that is not creating a healing energy. That is creating a chaotic, confrontational energy. Does that make sense? So you want to do it from the aspect of, no, it wasn't right what you did. I'm learning to forgive you. I am forgiving you. I'm releasing this now. And you also have to be nice to yourself while you're doing that. You can state everything you felt. You can say, I was wrong about this situation and I forgive me. Okay? And I no longer hold on to the guilt, the shame. So it's all of it at the same time. Does that make sense, guys? So we have emotional release journaling, using the Ho'oponopono, which is just, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And it's just that energy that you're sending to the situation. You can say that when you're actually learning to forgive your parent, your spouse, somebody who did you really wrong. You can, it's just the energy behind what you are stating, okay? And then tapping. And like I said, there's lots of videos of tapping out there. And tapping, all it is points on your body and that calming the nervous system. So you would use that at the end after you have done the journaling. You've ripped up the paper, you've burned it, and while you're ripping it up and as you're burning it, you're saying the Ho'oponopono, you're holding forgiveness and love in your heart, and then you're calming the nervous system. And so that's the gist of all of it, right? But you can also use the tapping for releasing things from shadow work and from the inner child, and without doing anything else. The tapping is a way to calm the nervous system down, and it can help your inner child feel safe, right? And it just helps release that. So this is I wrote some stuff down to do with the tapping real quick, if you guys want to follow along with me. And it's more about releasing things from shadow work standpoint or from inner child work standpoint, okay? So I just invite you to sit back and relax. And you're going to take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold, blow out through your mouth. If you can do that for me once again, relaxing, sinking into your seat, feet flat on the ground, no crossing your hands or your feet while we do this. Again, one deep breath in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. Relaxing. We're going to take our dominant hand and we're going to start tapping right here below the pinky on our non-dominant hand. We're going to say, I see the parts of me I once rejected. I'm going to say that one more time. I see the parts of me I once rejected. I honor the emotions that protected me. I honor the emotions that protected me. Nothing within me is bad or broken. Nothing within me is bad or broken. All of me is worthy of love. I am sorry for the pain carried within me, for the times I have abandoned myself, for the emotions I didn't know how to hold. Okay, so now we're going to move over here, tapping our dominant hand with our non-dominant hand. Just keep tapping. Please forgive me for believing I wasn't enough. Please forgive me for believing I wasn't enough. Please forgive me for holding onto wounds no longer necessary. Please forgive me for holding onto wounds no longer necessary. Please forgive me for forgetting who I truly am. Thank you for the lessons, the growth, and the strength. For my inner child's courage to survive. Sorry, I have to turn my page. Thank you for the wisdom gained through feeling. I love you. I love every part of me. I love the child within. I love the shadow and the light equally. You can allow any emotions to arise. Tears, warmth, or stillness are all welcome here. I want you to visualize yourself as a child standing there with you. And I want you to say to them, you are safe. You are seen. You are allowed to feel. I am here. And I'm not leaving. I am at peace. And I am safe. And just bring your hands over your heart. Take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. And I want you to repeat after me. I release what no longer serves my highest good. I reclaim my emotional sovereignty. I welcome harmony, love, and wholeness within. I am healed across time, memory, and emotion. Thank you. So it is, and so shall it be. Deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Thank you guys for joining me this evening for this time of learning, healing, and growing. And if you guys have any questions, just go ahead and ask them now. Anything to do with emotional release journaling, anything to do with tapping or with the Ho'oponopono prayer, you can ask me now. Of course, this video will be up on my Facebook page for a few days, and then it's going to be on YouTube, and it will be there for you to go back and review. If there's anything that you didn't get to experience tonight with us, or if you just want to go back through this again, it will be there for you guys. I know these are just quick little sessions here on Wednesday nights, but again, I just felt to do them, and I'm so glad for those who can join. Next week, I will be a few minutes later. I'm going to be on about 8:15, most likely. But if you miss me then, again, it will always be on Facebook for a few days, and then it will be up on my YouTube channel from then on, okay? I love you guys. Thank you, beautiful souls, for being here with me tonight. And I will see y'all at a later time. Thank you, guys.